So at the Savers over here, picked up Harry Potter, years 5 through 7, sealed for $2. I mean $3. Later. So at the pawn shop over here, Avatar, Deadpool 2, brand new, Jade Empire, limited edition, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and Star Wars Knights 2, all for $10. Later. So at the Flea, not much at all here today, just a few empty boxes, a Game Boy charger, and a couple other things for $10. Later. Alright guys, so here are my pickups for the last week or so. As always, we'll do pawn shops, flea markets, garage sales, and everything in between. We will go fast. The week was a decent week. Nothing crazy, but decent stuff. I picked up these 4 games for $15 from Up Fair Up. I got Super Mario Bros. For the Wii, Spider-Man 3, Wolverine Origins. This is a game that goes for probably $15. This goes for about 10 to 12. And Mario Bros. is always fluctuating. Right now it goes for about $14. And the last game was Mario Party 7. This goes for about 25 to 30. I also picked up at a Goodwill NCAA Football 2014. Anytime you can pick up this game, make sure you do. It sells extremely fast. It sells for about $40. Anytime I post it, it lasts maybe an hour or so the most, and then it sells. So that was $2.99 at a Goodwill. At a Savers, paid $2.99 for a Harry Potter sealed. Hopefully it sells for about $15. At another Goodwill, picked up Rory McIlroy PGA Tour, McIlroy. This game usually goes between 25 and 30. I only paid $2.99, I believe, for this, so that's a really good deal. At another Goodwill, picked up House of the Dead 2 and 3 for the Wii for $2. The same Goodwill, picked up Zelda Twilight Princess for $2. And then something unusual, I just picked it up because I wanted to grab at least one. Sly 3 for the PlayStation 2, but this is a PAL game. So basically it's different. The only difference is they usually do different covers, and the color is blue instead of black for the PlayStation 2. And I believe I paid $4 for this. At another Goodwill, picked up Star Ocean for $2.99. And Mega Man Anniversary Collection also for $2.99. At Savers, I picked up 4 Intellivision games. Something unusual happened. I walked into their store, and somebody that I never seen, or somebody that I see but I never talked to, basically said, "Are you the video game guy?" And I said, "Sure." And he took me to the back of Savers. Actually took me to where they do the pricing, and showed me that he had a whole bunch of Intellivision games. And these are the ones I picked up. I just picked them up because they looked a little different. Mousetrap is all complete for $3.99. 2 different versions of Dungeons and Dragons, and I believe they were $4.99 a piece. Or Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, sorry. So that's $4.99. And the best game was Pole Position for the Intellivision. I paid $14.99 for it, and I already sold it for $36. So it's a game that is somewhat rare for the system. They call it the white label. The game is actually, the label on top is white and very simple. So that's that. That was a really good deal for the price that I paid. I also went to a pawn shop, picked up these 3 games for $6. Jade Empire, the limited edition, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, and all together they were $6, so can't complain about that. At the flea market, picked up these games. This is a quick story. I actually saw Corey Sizemore there, and when I was there, the guy just only had the boxes, but he kept swearing to me that he had the games. I stayed around for a little bit longer, and it turned out that he really did have the games, but he couldn't find certain games, but at least he has some. He also sold me some manuals, and I paid $10 for everything that you're about to see. The manual for Super Mario Bros. 3, Friday the 13th, Duck Hunt, and Mario Bros. Excite Bike. And I also picked up the Addams Family Complete, which is a nice deal. It's a game that usually goes for about 30 bucks complete. So that was a really good deal. I also picked up Muppets Adventures, or Adventure. And that was also included in there, obviously. And the last game was Tiny Toon Adventures. Also complete. So that's a nice deal. And the last thing that I picked up from something that I found unusual. This is the Super Mario Bros. Print World. It's basically a floppy disk for Mario Bros. From 1991, I believe. And it's for IBM or Tandy. It sells online between 30 and 40 bucks. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to keep it or not. It's all there. It has the floppy disk. And it also has like the registration and the program guide. I guess that's what they call it, since it's a computer game or a floppy disk. So it's something unusual, something different that you usually don't see. So I decided to pick it up. And again, I only paid 10 bucks for everything. So for 3 complete NES games, which were these, obviously, the manuals, Addams Family, and that for 15 bucks. I can't even remember, 15 bucks. You just can't complain. My last deal of the day was, I believe it was OfferUp. The guy had a whole bunch of games. I saw a couple of games that were sideways. I knew I wanted them. I asked him if we would sell them individually. He said yes. And these were the games. I picked up Resident Evil for the PS1. And I paid 20 bucks altogether. Parasite Eve, obviously, for the PS1. And it had all the discs. So that's cool. And then I picked up, or the pickup of the week. So the pickup of the week was Clock Tower 2 for the PlayStation 1. It's manual and disc only. It doesn't have the back part, so I'm going to work on getting that. It is a very rare game, a game that you usually don't see. And to get it for, basically, if you divide it by 3, you're getting it for about 7 bucks a piece. This game goes for about 100 bucks complete, maybe 60 to 70, how it is right here. But I will complete this soon enough. The week was a really good week. Can't complain for everything that I picked up. Always be grateful for anything that you're able to get. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully we'll see you all next week. Later.